Hay, tener, ser, and estar. Let's look at the differences. Throughout the video, pause for note-taking and continue when you're ready. Hay, tener, ser, and estar have different conjugations in present tense. Most of them are irregular. As you can see from Spanish 1, you have the present tense conjugation of yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ustedes, ellos, ellas, in each of these columns. However, for I is an irregular form of the verb haber in present tense. It's considered third person. And by third person, that means that yo is first person, tú, second person, él, ella, usted, third person. So I is the equivalent of third person. Take a moment to take these notes if you don't remember the present tense conjugation of each of these. Let's continue. Now let's look at the meaning and uses of each of these verbs. We will start with I. I indicates the presence of or existence of something. It's usually followed by a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, or an article or determinant, such as un, una, unos, unas, muchos, y muchas. Tener indicates possession, ownership, literally to have or to obtain something. But don't forget that tener is also used for idioms, such as tener calor, to be hot, tener frío, to be cold, tener años, to be years old, tener hambre, to be hungry, tener sed, to be thirsty, etc. Ser, on the other hand, is used for forms of to be, but in uses of long-term statements. It has a nice acronym to remember it, doctor. So if the statement is a form of to be and it fits into one of these descriptions on one of these categories, then you would use a form of ser. Similarly, estar is used for forms of to be, but it's used for short-term or variable statements. And it has a nice acronym, place. If your statement fits into one of these categories, then you would use a form of estar. Ready for some examples? Here they are. Hay ejemplos. Okay, so hay 3 casas azules. In this case, you are only stating the existence or presence of 3 blue houses. Tener. Tengo una casa en la playa. In this case, you are literally indicating that you possess, you own, or you have a house at the beach. Mi casa es roja. Roja is a description. And remembering from our acronym, a description requires a use of ser. Roja is a description. Estar. Mi casa está en la ciudad. And because en la ciudad means in the city, that indicates location. So according to this acronym, location is one of the categories that requires to use estar. Last, take a moment to look at this paragraph. Pause the video and try to guess or try to use your notes and your understanding to figure out which form of hay, tener, ser, or estar you should use in each sentence. You can use the English translation or you can cover it and challenge yourself. Pause the video, and when you're ready, you may continue. Did you get all of these correct? Did you get 4 of them correct? If you get any of them wrong, make sure you look at each form of the verb, go back to the explanation, and if you do not understand the explanation, ask your teacher. If you have any questions, just let me know. Eso es todo. Fin.